Hello, it's Michael here at the Village Optician, and today I am going to do a little review of a new piece of kit which looks really promising to help with dry eye patients. I'll give you a little bit of background first about what this can treat. So it's essentially helping meibomian gland dysfunction. Okay, now meibomian gland dysfunction, the glands that secrete different parts of the tears and the oils for the tears and things like that in your eyelids are called meibomian glands. So we have them in the eyelids, they run down, straight down, and they secrete through all of the stuff that we need to have a healthy and balanced tear film that protects the eyes, keeps it lubricated, keeps it working properly. Now, meibomian gland dysfunction, or MGD, because it's easy to say, is very common. Very, very common, leads to dry eye and blepharitis. Now, blepharitis is the very annoying condition where you can get sort of, you get a lot of sleep type stuff in the eyelashes, the crusty bits on the eyelash in the morning or throughout the day. It's a pain to clean it away. That in turn causes to your tear film being sort of unstable, getting it wrong, and causes all sorts of symptoms of dry eye. I'm not going to go on about all of that now, but what we need to do is kind of break the cycle of dry eye. And research has shown that there's really good ways to do that. Now, in the past, we'll put our hands up as opticians and optometrists, we were sort of treating that just with drops. Here's some artificial tear drops, go away, keep using the drops, keep banging them in, and your eye should feel better. Now, we know a lot of the time that the eye doesn't feel better with just drops alone. Now, research has shown we need some heat. We need to melt the stuff in the glands, the meibum in the glands, okay, to let that come through. We need to get this stuff out of there and then clean that away. So there's like a 3-step process to the treatment of dry eye. Now, we know that heat is needed to melt that and get that through the lids. So there's different ways we can do that. Now, we've had the little eye bags, which are good, Some, I have to say, some of the little eye bags, they're the little ones that you heat in the microwave and you pop it on your eyes for 10 minutes kind of thing. Some are better than others. All right, now there's some pretty good ones that have like a silvery side and a softer side, because the silvery side is going to keep the heat longer, because we now know that we need a constant level of heat for a good 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes to melt that meibum and get it shifting, get it moving. Okay, get that stuff moved through and help the glands to work properly, clear them through and get it to work. So we know that there's different versions of that. So as I say, some are better than others, some work really well, some are a bit poor. But there is a new product now for this step in the market, on the market. It's not quite available yet. I'm recording this towards the end of February 2023, and it's not quite there yet. Now, we've been lucky enough to be given to try the new BlephaSteam from Thayer. Now, it even says along here, like sample, not for sale. It's that new, so we can't actually get them yet. I think we're available from next month, hopefully, because I have to say I have been trying this because I myself do have a little bit of, mild gland dysfunction and can suffer from spells of blepharitis and sore, irritated eyes. So I thought I'd give this a go. Now, I do have an eye bag at home, and I have to say, so far, this is better. This is really good. Okay, because again, the eye bags are great, but we know now through research that you need a constant level of temperature, and a sort of a wet heat is better. Gone are the days of saying just a warm, wet flannel will do the job. It won't at all. So this is brilliant. Now, it looks incredibly futuristic. It's this little mask. Okay, so this is the BlephaSteam from Thayer. Now, Thayer is a French pharmaceutical company, actually, who specialise in a lot of ophthalmic products to help with dry eye, blepharitis, etc. So they've got a really good range of products. Now, as I say, so this is the BlephaSteam mask. It's a really good little bit of kit, and as I say, I've been using this week, and I have to say my eyes are feeling pretty good. So my first impression is very, very good. I'll show you how it works. So this is the thing, so you can actually see through this while you're doing it. Obviously, with an eye bag, you sat for 10 minutes with something covering your eyes you can't see. So the way this works, it's great. So we have a little kind of insert. Now, if I get this angled right, you can see that all the way around the insert are little holes, okay, because that is where the water is going to go. So you basically have this little holder and you fill with mineral water up to a certain level, and your insert goes in and you rock the insert back and forward in the water, and the water gets in those little holes and it holds it in those holes, which is great. So you fill it up with that. That is then going to go onto the inside. It's going to clip into the inside of the mask itself. Now the mask itself, there's little batteries in here as well. It's brilliant, it's rechargeable. It comes with its own little sort of screwdriver to get the batteries in and out if you need to. It needs charging up, so it has a base plate and a charging system. So when the actual mask is ready and you need to preheat the mask, which only takes, it's a minute or two, I've found. It doesn't take long at all. I think it says it's 4 minutes, but it doesn't even seem to be that long, to be honest. So once you've got the mask ready and you've got your sort of insert primed with the water, that will then clip in, and then you pop the mask on, obviously without your glasses on. It's too tight to wear with glasses, so you pop that on, and then that is going to deliver a steady stream of wet, sort of moist heat for 10 minutes. It all runs an automatic 10-minute program, then beeps at you when it's finished. And when you put it on, you can feel that heat start to sort of build up straight away. It's really good. It's not like it steams up so you can't see anything. It's really comfortable, actually. What I found is you almost have to make sure that you've got the mask on as comfortably as you possibly can to start with, because it is going to be 10 minutes. And there was one session I had where I don't think I'd quite had it, on that comfortably, and it got a bit sort of tight, sort of just around here by the 10-minute mark. But apart from that, the comfort's been really good. It's quite nice having that heat on your eyes as well. It's really comfortable. You think it's going to be full of steam, and it's not. It's just the right amount of sort of wet heat, which is brilliant. Really, really good. So after that 10-minute session, then what you then have to do is you have to do a little bit of lid massage. Okay, we need to actually roll push down, roll through the lids to push that sort of melted meibum out of the pores, to clear those out. And then you need something like a lid wipe. This is actually a BlephaClean lid wipe I've got here from Thayer itself, but other lid wipes are available which can be used with this. It doesn't have to be the Thayer one. But yeah, so then you're cleaning the eyelids and the lid borders, lid margins where the meibum will have come out, with a lid wipe on each eye to clean it up, and then pop a drop in, and it's amazing how good that feels. So I would actually say this is going to be pretty good. This is going to be a really good product for people. As I say, I don't have severe MGD, and I only have like a mild dryness in my eyes, but as I say, every now and again I do get flare-ups of blepharitis because of it. And you'll find most people with blepharitis, they'll have a spell where it's okay, it'll flare up, need some treatment, and it'll go back down. So I think these masks are going to be really good for those sort of people. So I would give this a very solid sort of 9 out of 10, really, if I was rating it out of 10 in a review style way. I think it's brilliant. The downside at the moment is I think it's going to be retailing for around about £350 to a patient. So that's the only downside, is it might put some people off. But people who are really suffering with this kind of thing, suffering with their dry eyes and blepharitis, this can really make a difference. It's, as I say, the science is behind it. We can see why this works. We can, it can be proven that this is one of the most effective ways to treat, all of those problems associated with the MGD. So yeah, that's going to be one of the best things to use. So we'll have to watch this space, see when it becomes available, hopefully in the next month or two, and I'm sure we're going to have people wanting to use them and buy them. But yeah, so that is great. So it's good news for dry eye sufferers, because again, we have been promoting people to use the heat masks, but this is the next level. This is the next step up. And again, difference between a heat mask, a really good heat mask would retail about £20. This is probably going to, as I say, be more like about 350, but I do think it's actually worth it, to be honest. And I do think I'll probably try and get myself one ongoing because I've got to give this one back, unfortunately. So anyway, that's a little bit about the BlephaSteam. Hopefully that helps some of you out there, and it's something to look out for with your optometrist in the next few months, you know. So that could be a real solution to the treatment of dry eye and blepharitis. One thing I have to stress, like every sort of treatment for dry eye and things like that, you've got to do it. You have to follow the regime that is given to you by your optometrist for treatment. That's the biggest problem we see. We see people year in, year out, we're making recommendations in terms of how to treat their dry eye or blepharitis problems, and they'll do it for maybe a week and then just drop out. It's getting into the habits of these treatments, and that is when you're going to find you really are going to get relief, you know, from dry eye and blepharitis. So it's worth following through on these treatments, definitely. Okay. Anyway, so as I say, hope that helps, and I'll see you again in another video soon. Bye bye.